Universal has officially announced plans for Epic Universe, and this includes details on all 5 of the park's main areas, along with the central hotel surrounding the park. Now, if you're hyped for Epic Universe, stay tuned and watch this whole video, as I will deep dive into all of the areas and all the central details about Universal's Epic Universe, which will be opening in the summer of 2025. Let's get started. When you enter Epic Universe, you'll be greeted with Celestial Park. This is the park's main hub that will grant you access to all the other lands in Epic Universe. Now, Celestial Park is said to be gorgeous, as it's going to contain several gardens, flowers, and fountains throughout the park. And once you enter the park, you'll be first greeted with the carousel that looks absolutely gorgeous. And then further down, you'll have your signature attraction, which is Starfall Racers. Now, this is going to be a MACK Rides dueling launch coaster, and it's easily going to be the most thrilling ride in the park when it opens. And then also, you have a children's water play structure called Aeronautica, which is to the left of the main carousel. Now, in my opinion, Celestial Park is going to look absolutely gorgeous, and it's just going to be a great entrance to the park, and will easily be the best hub area of any amusement park or theme park. Now, moving left from Celestial Park, your first stop will be Super Nintendo World. Now, for me, I have some very mixed opinions on Super Nintendo World, because the coaster enthusiast side of me sees it as just a well-themed kids area, but then the Nintendo fan side of me sees it as just an absolute dream come true of a theme park area. Just to be able to jump into the world of Mario and Donkey Kong in real life is just insane. Now, as for attractions at Super Nintendo World, well, we already know the attractions that are going to be here, because the land has already opened at Universal Studios Hollywood and Japan. But as for the attractions, you're going to have the Bowser's Challenge Mario Kart ride. You're going to have the Donkey Kong roller coaster, where you're going to jump the tracks. Then you're also going to have a Yoshi People Mover style attraction. That's going to give a scenic tour of the whole area. And then also you're going to have plenty of gift shops and some definitely interesting, from what I've seen, food locations for sure. And also, because it's a Mario themed land, you obviously are going to have a ton of mini games sprinkled throughout. And if you've seen a walkthrough of the land at either Universal Studios Japan or Hollywood, you'll know some of the games. Now, I can't remember any of the games off the top of my head personally, but I just know there's a ton of different games and interactive objects throughout that just look like a ton of fun. So like I mentioned before, the Nintendo side of me, this seems really cool to the Nintendo side of me, but to the theme park enthusiast side of me, it seems kind of boring. But I'm still super thrilled for Super Nintendo World when it opens at Epic Universe in 2025. Continuing clockwise through Epic Universe, our next stop will be Dark Universe, which will be a land themed to Universal's classic monsters. Now, the main monsters featured in this land will be Frankenstein, the Invisible Man, and Dracula, among many, many others. Now, this land is going to be pretty cool, just because, one, it's the first horror-themed land in really any American amusement park. I mean, there's plenty of parks overseas that have done horror-themed lands before, but I believe this is the first time we've seen it in an American theme park. But other than that, the Dark Universe is looking to have some pretty darn cool attractions, as you're going to have a Frankenstein-themed dark ride, and you're going to actually also have a spinning coaster too. Now, we don't know the official details on either of those attractions, but they're certainly cool nevertheless. Now, this is just purely speculation. One thing I would love to see in the Dark Universe section is a year-round haunt maze. Now, I'm not sure if that's gonna happen, but it'd be a really nice touch to put in this area. The next Epic Universe land we gotta talk about is Harry Potter and the Ministry of Magic. Now, this land will be themed more around the Fantastic Beasts series part of Harry Potter. Well, first up, one thing you should know about me is I know absolutely nothing about Harry Potter except from the stuff that comes from the Universal parks. So Universal parks are my only basis of Harry Potter knowledge. But other than that, Harry Potter and the Ministry of Magic, this area looks absolutely incredible. And considering what Universal has done, bringing Hogsmeade and Diagon Alley into real life, I have no doubt that this area will be absolutely incredible. But as for attractions in Harry Potter and the Ministry of Magic, we know there's going to be one dark ride, but Universal has expressed no information about it, just so it could be a surprise for when the park opens in the summer of 2025. Considering Universal didn't give us any information when they officially unveiled Epic Universe, this dark ride is probably going to be pretty incredible and will probably be way more technologically advanced and just insane compared to like something like Harry Potter and the Forbidden Journey, which is an already outstanding dark ride. So even though I have no interest in Harry Potter, I'm still very much excited for this land to see what it will house. Now, the final land we need to talk about is How to Train Your Dragon Isle of Berk. Now, this isn't the first How to Train Your Dragon themed area in an amusement park, as there's been a couple overseas in Europe, but this land looks to be absolutely incredible. From the concept art that Universal sent out, this place looks to be absolutely insane and just be crazy detailed. And as for attractions, there's going to be a roller coaster, I believe an Intamin launch coaster, because we know it's going to be a launch coaster. And from the track work and construction, it looks to be an Intamin, which makes sense, considering they've worked with Intamin on both Hagrid's and Velocicoaster. So it will probably be an Intamin launch coaster. But other than that, they also have a dark ride in How to Train Your Dragon Isle of Berk. And we don't really know any information about this dark ride, but it's probably going to be pretty darn awesome considering the previous work that Universal has done over the past couple years. So this land is looking to be pretty legit amazing, just like all the other lands in Epic Universe.